Hi, everyone. My name is Jennifer Grisenti. I'm from the Tohono O'odham Community College. I am from the St. Carlos Apache Reservation, and I live in Parker, Colorado. The title of The Hummingbird and the Roadrunner is a parable was created by the Apache and Hopi culture. This story is for ages 8 and up. I had my nephew Lawrence Nathan Macktima illustrate with pictures to use as symbolisms for the moral of the story. In the Apache culture, the hummingbird symbolizes a messenger to the person who sees the bird as it hovers in front of them. The roadrunner symbolize that when it appears in front of you, that you are going to be going on a trip somewhere in the future. When I wrote the story, I wanted to get my message across. If we do not learn from the elders, parents, and community, we are going to lose the knowledge, the stories, and the meaning of life, which is instilled amongst families. I was born and raised in two different cultures, both identified with clanship, animals learning of medicinal plants, harvesting plants, survival of the land, intertwined with urban living. This has shown me that old knowledge and new knowledge can work, but knowing where you come from is vital to our existence. As you read through the story, it is simple to understand, and the importance of the pictures show you the colorful ways to preserve the earth. It is in the eye of the beholder that transforms the parable into a meaningful story. There is a connection to make good choices in our lives and to be more active with discovering more about Indigenous culture and history. I hope you enjoy my writing and creation with the help of my nephew Lawrence. We want to point out that we are on a path of destruction if we do not pay attention to the signs of living things. I leave you with two questions. What path will you take? And will you make a difference in your life to teach others to watch out for the signs our ancestors and elders are trying to instill in us? Next slide. Next. Now to the story of the hummingbird and the roadrunner. There once was an elderly couple who lived in a small community outside of town. They did not have much, but they did have the knowledge of how to live off the land. They had no children, but they did receive visitors who would ask them for advice. The elderly man would say, "Come over and sit around the campfire. What kind of problems are you having?" He would begin by telling a story about his past. The young man had a question of life and why he had problems with his family and outlook on life. The elderly man said, "There was once a story about a hummingbird, and this bird had a family and was curious about life and wanted to be different and explore his surroundings. He never listened to his parents and had very few friends. One day, this hummingbird ran into a roadrunner and asked him, 'What is the purpose of your existence?' 'I am a bird that glides. I am a bird that lets you know that you are going on a trip and to let you know to be ready,' says the roadrunner. The hummingbird answered, 'I am a hummingbird. I am a messenger bird. I am a bird to warn you that something is going to happen or warn you.' After meeting each other, the hummingbird questioned the roadrunner, 'Are there other animals around here that have meaning?' 'Yes,' replied the roadrunner. 'There are animals on this earth who are here to warn people. For instance, there are good animals and bad animals to watch out for. Every animal or bird has meaning in this life. It is better to understand what life is teaching you and to understand its meaning. It may save your life one day. Keep in mind, we exist together, and without each other, we would have no purpose.' The hummingbird listened intently and wanted to know more. The roadrunner continues, 'The plants of this earth is used for food or remedies to keep us going, and we use with prayer to ask that we continue to prosper and to do not take life for granted. Water is special and a necessity, especially for survival. Without it, nothing grows, and we need it for the seasons.' The hummingbird asked, 'What is a season?' The roadrunner explains, 'We have a season of birth when everything is growing, and it is a season to be born. We have a season of harvest. We get ready to gather food for the cold. We have a season of fall to get ready to stay indoors and hibernate. Then the cold season or winter comes and survival becomes tough.' The hummingbird said, 'Is prayer important?' 'Yes, because without it, that is where your faith is tested. It lets you believe in yourself and teaches you to trust your instincts,' explained the roadrunner. The hummingbird went back to his family and told his mom and dad that he was sorry for not being respectful to them and for ignoring what they tried to instill in him. His parents forgave him and appreciated the roadrunner for his knowledge. The hummingbird needed to understand and apply the knowledge to his own life. The hummingbird was careful and watched the signs of life. This gave him new meaning to his own life and said, hopefully, I can help someone else one day. After the parable was told, the elderly man said, do you understand the purpose of the story? Look around you. Nature deals with it on a daily basis. Life is short. We live today, and what we do with our life is crucial to our future existence. Don't lose your identity. Know your roots and stay on the good path of life. The choice is up to you to follow nature or to take a path of destruction. The elderly man said by saying, you are the hummingbird and the future messenger. The young man walked away with a good feeling and said, hopefully I will make a difference and stay on a good path. And this is the story of the hummingbird and the roadrunner. Thank you.